Good morning, everybody, and welcome to our ETA SportSphere Monitoring and Evaluation Finding webinar. My name is Nicole Sassman, and together with my co-presenter Luan, we'll be guiding you through today's session. Our focus is on how SportSphere is transforming student sport participation, community engagement, and how we measure impact. So on our agenda today, we'll be speaking about what ETA SportSphere is, our project goals, why we design our MEF, the steps in designing our MEF cycle, our intervention process, KPIs, data collection, evaluation and challenges, and our key takeaways as a conclusion. And at lastly, your Q&A. What is SportSphere? SportSphere is a student-led initiative designed to increase sport participation, improve sport visibility, develop the leadership through sport ambassadors, and strengthen community engagement, combining sport promotion, social media engagement, outreach programs, workshops, and tournaments into this initiative. As we look at our project goals, as I mentioned, our key objectives is participation, visibility, leadership, community, and digital experiences. So in order to achieve these goals, this is where our monitoring and evaluation framework comes in. But with this logical framework, we link activities to measurable outputs, outcomes, and long-term impacts. This ensures accountability, continuous improvement, and data-driven decision-making. So this is basically what our monitoring and evaluation framework would look like. The steps in designing the MEF. First one is needs analysis, log frame objectives, develop indicators, assumptions and risks, and the data collections. This is basically establishing our clear objectives. We need to also analyze how to identify low participation and the awareness of our programs. This is developing indicators and verifying different methods, identifying assumptions and external factors, which is the risks, and designing different data collections to collect these collecting these data participations and the awareness of our activities that we do. And lastly, on my side, before I hand over to my co-partner, this is our MEF cycle. Why this matters? The cycle ensures that the data collected is continuously used to improve our program performance rather than simply being stored. Each stage informs the next, creating a feedback loop that drives evidence-based improvement across the program cycle. So this is our planning. Sorry, just go back for me, sorry. So first step is our planning and objective setting. This is where we plan programs and how you're going to run the programs. The monitoring is how far these programs have come, who participates within our programs. The data analysis, this is basically like our registers to make sure that we're keeping track of how well the program is doing. And once we have the data, we evaluate them. And once it's evaluated, we report and communicate through the necessary people that are in our program. And then we just learn and continuously improve on those programs. If something's not working, we'll fix it and we'll learn from our mistakes. So from now on, I will hand over to my co-presenter.
So much, Nicole, and welcome for everybody that has joined our webinar. I'm going to continue with the slides. So looking at the intervention process, we have included 6 steps in this process specifically. So firstly, we would look at the inputs. So this includes student ambassadors that we include from the campus itself, funding from internal and external sources, our sport equipment that we facilitate from our side, as well as sponsored equipment from brands such as Gilbert for the rugby and etc. Our facilities where we will host certain activities and events, and of course our social media platforms where we would showcase these events behind the scenes as well as clips from events itself. Second step is our activities. So this include event promotion, of course social media that I've mentioned before, workshops, tournaments, as well as community outreach. And our outputs, events conducted, so that's the events that we host, our workshops delivered, the outreach programs that we completed, as well as our social media campaigns that we executed. Number 4 is our outcomes. So this is outcomes represent the results that we wanted to achieve and that we want to achieve in the future as well. So this include increased participation in certain events, improvements on attitudes towards certain sports, greater community involvement, and stronger online engagement through our social media. And lastly, lastly, the impact. So how sustainable the sport participation was. Did it improve the health and wellness of our students, the stronger sport culture, and enhanced leadership development? So what is our key performance indicators? So looking at, we have 5 key indicator types. So looking at input, it's our ambassadors that are trained, as well as the financial budget that's allocated to certain aspects of the events. And the verification method of the input is our training records and our financial records. Looking at the activity, so workshops conducted, the tournaments that has been organized by us, as well as people that are included in the organizing of tournaments. Then we have workshop schedules and our events. The output is the event attendance, social media engagement. And then the verification method of the output is the attendance registers, the analytical dashboards. So what is our outcome of the key indicators? It includes participation growth and student satisfaction. So did the student enjoy the event, or did they want more or something else? And then the verification method we do is registration records and surveys that the students have completed, and the impact. So how did it impact our long-term participation, and did it grow the community engagement as a whole? And the participation statistics and outreach reports will show us how we achieve that. So looking at data collection and management. So data management is a process. We collect, sort, code, analyze, visualize, and improve our program. So we use 3 different collection tools, which is firstly Google Forms. This includes event registration, attendance tracking, and surveys. Google Sheets, this is for our data from the events, such as the registration, the tracking of the attendance, and the surveys. So we keep our data on Google Sheets for data storage and KPI tracking. And then, of course, lastly, our social media tool, which will be Instagram. And this is for just community reach, impressions, and engagement throughout our events. So the evaluation methodology and challenges. So we have a mixed method approach. This approach provides a comprehensive and evidence-based evaluation of our program effectiveness. So the first one is quantitative method. So this includes attendance records, registration figures, participation stats, social media analytics, and our survey responses. The qualitative method includes focus groups, interviews with our groups that have participated in the events, the ambassador reflections. So, what did our ambassadors think of the events itself? Because it's also important for them to have enjoyed the experience. And of course, the participant feedback from the people that have participated in the events. So, what challenges and solutions do we face? So, inconsistent participation and low social media engagement. So, what would the solution be for that? It is digital monitoring tools, real time analytics. If we have resource limitations and insufficient ambassadors to standardize data collection, we train ambassadors. Coordination challenges and community engagement barriers. This will improve stakeholder engagement. And then lastly, difficulty measuring long-term impact and sustainability concerns. We will focus on continuous learning. So what is the key takeaways and our conclusion of ETA SportSphere? So our log frame-based framework, ETA SportSphere use a log frame-based monitoring and evaluation framework with clear indicators to measure our program performance. So the evidence-based decisions, we continue to monitor and evaluate the support data-driven decision-making that we do. And third, we have the accountability and sustainability. So this includes that the framework promotes accountability and our long-term program success. And of course, the community impact. So the community are very important for us, as this is the main purpose of our SportSphere initiative. So this is where we will collect data and it will improve the participation, the engagement, the leadership development, as well as the community impact. Now we will give you guys a chance to ask any questions, if there is any questions at all. And thank you so much for joining us, for me and Nicole, in our webinar.
Luan, I think on slide 3 or something like that, the process, you said there was 6 different categories or something like that. You only mentioned 5. What was the 6th?
Yes, that was, I realized the mistake that I've made once I
Oh,
was at the 5th step. Yes, sorry.
no worries.
Any other questions? Nope. All right, cool. I have a question. Did you guys read the brief concerning this assignment?
Sorry, sir?
Did this team read the brief concerning this assignment? Hello, guys. Team Sphere. What's the team's name? Let's see. Sports Sphere. Yes.
Yes, we
You
did, sir.
guys. All right, cool. So part of the brief was that you were to take your content from task 2, right, and turn that into a video or some sort of presentation. That was the brief. Why? Because I think I personally wanted to avoid this. If I look at your presentation, I feel as though you are reading content from your task 2. You've taken the methods, you've taken the outcomes, the goals, or whatever those things are, and just added it to a presentation document, so like a single screen. And you are then rereading the stuff. So I think from the demonstration perspective, it's a little bit missed because I'm looking at the learning outcomes, right? You have to demonstrate your understanding of the paradigms and research application. You must discuss concepts of research validity, design basic evaluation, and a system to basically monitor that, apply the principles and methodologies, and then prepare reports and presentations. But if I look at this was achieved in task 2. So now you've taken your task 2 stuff and given it to me in task 3, where it was supposed to be like a summary of it. Like your demonstration or the purpose of the video was so that it should make me want to go and reread your task 2 document. It's like you're not promoting anything.
I
And
understand what
I believe in the brief, I specifically mentioned there, while there was a point that I mentioned there, if you are rereading your work from task 2, then you are missing the point of this demonstration. So
this we completely understand, sir.
yeah, this is like, guys, you are in QF7, man. Like what I've learned in my process of teaching thus far is that you guys don't read. You are literally waiting for me to give you information. And that's not the case. Going into the real world, they give you the brief and you must go do the research. You must go and be thorough about it, you know, and then come and deliver what you found in your understanding, because that's the value that we are looking for. But I feel like, yeah, like, thank you for the presentation. It feels like it's exactly what I read in your task 2 submission. Um, but yeah, it was a little bit boring. I don't know if
So
it
if I'm,
was, yeah, sure, yeah.
so if I may, I think there might have been just with regarding to that like video aspect, I think there might have been a miscommunication happening between, I think, both like us and as understanding of that is would be submitted as part of the assignment and then it was removed in that your later, because I've got the what- those demonstration guidelines open and there wasn't any mention of the video in it.
Um, I don't know. I think I disagree.
So,
Let me go and check this out.
so I think that's where it went like there was no mention of it, so it's kind of like forgotten in a sense.
Give me a second. I'm going to post last call. You're saying this the post that I made on the 19th of June.
On the WhatsApp thing because I'm on the PDF of that task 3 guidelines.
Task 3
It's
guideline.
demonstration success task 3.
Okay, cool. Okay, where I'm saying congratulations on completing completing task 2.
Yes, that one.
Then your final presentation slides, a brief webinar of your plan and agenda, evidence of your scheduled webinar session, a meeting link, any promotional material. Okay, let's just see. This example code. Before you do is the slides. All right, cool. Okay, so let's just look at the last section. Right? If anyone is on this document, if you go to the last section where it's peace and power and my name, there's a last statement I made there. I said, good luck. Well done for making it this far in your process. I look forward to seeing your monitoring and evaluation frameworks come to life through your webinar demonstrations. Task 3 is about proving you can communicate the framework to stakeholders. If all you do is read slides, you will miss the purpose of the assessment. And I feel like the previous posts that I have been making on that channel, it talks about how to actually build that video. Like if I look at yesterday's presentations, every one of them had an element of video that's involved. Every one of them. Even the group that I lambasted this morning, they had a video that they presented from. No one is reading. And I think this goes with, we've been saying this in class about, we live in a real world. We live in 2026. We shouldn't be doing things the way it has been done previously when there's so much new technology that we should be using. But okay, that's my feedback. Thank you so much. Yeah, all right, cool.
So I'm sorry, sir. Can I please ask a question?
Sure.
So the way forward with this, do
Yeah.
we submit this still?
Did you record it?
Yes, we are recording it, yes, sir.
Okay, cool.
I just wanted to know, based on what you said, sir, that
Mm.
we've done a presentation, we didn't add visuals or any other videos, which I agree we could have done better. But so now the way forward, sir, how would we then do this? Can we
Okay.
redo it if we wanted to?
I'll put the
Or
ball in your court.
okay.
We have until, yeah. If you want to redo it, go to the Canvas sheet, update it, put your name at the relevant time slot, and then you can redo it if you feel that's what you want to do. Yeah. Is that clear? So I'm saying if you want to redo it, go and update the Canvas sheet and follow the process then. Plus, you guys have Hannah in your team. Hannah is like creative, guys. Come on. Come on. Like, use your squad. You have a squad. There's people with skills and strengths. You've got to tap in on that. That's why I love group work. This is exactly it. There's people who can do things that can maximize everything about your project. But if you want to approach this as it's just a degree, let me get over it. Like, then I feel like you're missing the point and you're missing the benefit of having a team and being part of an education system like this. But anyway, you want to update it? Go ahead. I have another meeting I'm attending in 3 minutes. So yeah, peace and power, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, guys.